Good morning. Today's video is for day 66 and day 67. It's for both days. So let me explain why. A couple days back, which was day 65, if you watched that video, I titled it Family Time because my wife and daughter and my daughter's dog came in to see me, and I took a zero that day and just spent time with family, and it was awesome. It was wonderful. It was great. So good to see them. Did my resupply that day, went out to some good restaurants and ate, got everything cleaned up. And they were leaving yesterday, which was day 66. I was getting back on trail, and they were taking off. Well, the weather turned terrible yesterday. I mean, awful. It poured down the rain all morning, all afternoon, and cold. So it was a cold, heavy rain all morning long, well into the afternoon. So I decided to take another day off. Most of the hikers that were in the hotel that I was in did the same. Most of the hikers that I talked to that were in the local hostel also did the same, took an extra day off. And so yesterday, which was day 66, was an extra day off for me, an extra zero, which was kind of weird because I'd already got all my resupply stuff. I was ready to go get back on trail. So I didn't need to go do any shopping, didn't need to do any laundry. It was also, yesterday also happened to be Memorial Day. So it was a holiday, which meant all the restaurants in the little town of Pearisburg were closed, or most of them anyway. And so I couldn't go out to eat, didn't need to go resupply. And so basically I just hung out at the hotel all day. Talked to a few of the hikers that were there, but basically just hung out at the hotel. Took a couple naps, watched some TV, which is like the first TV I've watched since I've been out here. Watched I tried to watch one of the Lord of the Rings movies, but I think I slept through most of it. Then I watched some of The Office, some King of the Hill, and some Bob's Burgers, which are some of my favorite shows back home. So really there was nothing to document yesterday. It was me sitting in the hotel room. The family had left. It was raining outside. All the restaurants were closed. And so basically it was just me getting an extra day of rest, which, probably is a blessing in disguise. Physically, probably needed that extra day of rest. So that was day 66 yesterday. Today is day 67, a brand new day. Sun is peeking in and out. It's raining on and off. Not hard, not bad at all. But it is good to be back out here on this trail after 2 full days off. I feel very rested, but I can also tell I haven't hiked for 2 days. So not sure what the plan is today, how far I'll go. Just kind of depends on where the campsites are, where the shelters are, where the water sources are, because they're few and far between today, and how I'm feeling. So we'll see what happens today. past few days have been a weird and wonderful weekend. It was wonderful because I got to spend time with my family. I see my wife, my daughter's dog, and it was just absolutely fantastic spending time with them. I've missed them so much, and just being with them, hanging out with them, going out to eat with them, it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I've been looking forward to this visit for a while. And then it was a weird weekend too, because while it was wonderful being with them, weird when they left again. Weird sitting in the hotel for that extra 0 day because of the weather, which just gave me time to sit around and miss them because I just spent time with them. It was weird because, you know, those thoughts can easily creep into your mind. It's like, what am I doing out here? I'll just go home and be with the family, you know? So it was weird in that aspect. But it was weird too because I was a little concerned because when I first started, it was my wife and my daughter who dropped me off at Amicalola Falls and hiked a little bit of the trail with me, and then they turned around and left, and it was, you know, just me on my own out here. And that was tough. That was tough when they left. If you go back, if you haven't seen it already, but if you go back and watch those early videos, it was an emotional time for me. And so there was a bit of concern with them coming back in that I would experience all that again when they left, you know, left me here the second time. But it was different. It was so different. It was so great being with them. But it was a different feeling when they left. Because I've been out here, I think, a little over 2 months now. And I remember back when they dropped me off, and I remember what that was like. And now here 2 months later, I was with them again, and I knew they would be leaving. But the feeling was different because I looked back, and those 2 months have gone so fast. They've just gone so fast. And I know that whatever I got left of this hike, 3-4 months, whatever it is, that's going to go fast too. And so while it's hard to be away from family, while I miss them terrible, I think about them every single day, multiple times throughout the day. I also have figured out that this is such a unique opportunity and such a unique experience for me to be out here. And in the big picture of things, in the big picture of, you know, time with my wife and time with my family, this time I'm out here is just a blip on the radar. It's just a short amount of time, and before I know it, this time will be over. I'll be back with them, and this will be a fond memory. And so, having learned all that, it kind of, seeing them again kind of motivated me to get back on trail, enjoy this experience to the fullest, not have my mind so focused on home and missing home, but focused on this hike and this trail, and motivated me to get out here, enjoy it, and finish it so that I could experience this hike to the fullest and then get back home to the family. And so it was a weird and wonderful weekend. It really motivated me to get out here and finish this thing. Just finish it and love every minute of it, and then get back home to my wonderful family back home. So, weird and wonderful weekend, really. So I was eating dinner there. You saw the little scene. I had some shrimp-flavored ramen noodles with lemon pepper tuna added to it. Pretty tasty. And I had some trail mix for dessert. But I was sitting there eating dinner, minding my own business. The sun was shining, and then all of a sudden, it just started raining out of the blue. So I had to jump in the tent real quick, throw everything in here so it didn't get wet. You can hear the raindrops falling on out there. But made it to camp while it was dry and the sun was shining. 15 and a half miles today. Some tougher hiking. A lot of rocks and things in the trail today, so made it a little tougher, but I was satisfied with 15 and a half. I did discover something today. I was taking a break, and there were some other hikers there, and for quite a while, my toes have been numb and tingly. It's been going on for a while, but I didn't really think a whole lot of it. My feet hurt every day. Everything hurts every day. But there was a young lady there, and I heard her mention her numb and tingling toes. And so I asked her about it. I'm like, mine have been doing that too. What's the deal with that? Well, apparently she looked it up, and it's a common thing with the amount of miles and the terrain we're putting in every day. The trauma that our feet take a pounding, and the trauma causes your toes to go numb and tingly. And I guess they refer to it as Christmas toes, because they say when you finish this hike, you get that numb and tingly feeling stops by Christmas. And so they call them Christmas toes. And so I've had Christmas toes for quite some time. But hey, you learn something new every day. Song of the day today is Level of Concern, 21 Pilots. And that's going to do it for today. That's going to wrap it up on a day where you get a 2-for-1 special. Day 66, which was yesterday. Day 67, which was today. And so that's going to do it. I'm going to hang out in my tent as long as it rains. If it clears up a little bit, I'll get out and enjoy the rest of the evening. But that's going to do it. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Thank you for commenting, liking, and all those things. And thank you for the support, the prayers, and the encouragement. I truly, truly appreciate it. So we'll see you tomorrow back on trail. Thanks again for watching. Happy trails to you.